Maybe that'll change the further the run goes. I like that, yeah. Get into chapter 4 and he's just had enough. You can hear it in his voice. Lying to your face about your probability of success. See ya. Wicked hack. Big time heel coming up. Wait, what? Oh, nobody can take it. Yeah, alright. Have they updated the backgrounds and fights too?
It's a Google Pixel 5.
I couldn't tell you. I can see these little things swaying in the background here. I haven't really honestly paid a ton of attention to the background of the fights.
I'm going to be posting this, everything that I've been writing about, everything I've been experiencing.
Well done. Here's the crit we were looking for. The horse is silently judging you in the background, yeah. Probably should have healed that last turn, bear. It's still not on the threshold? Seriously? Good lord. That's not good. They're just a bunch of naysayers. Jesus. It is ours now. It's a true talent you've got for it now, Death. Maybe not something you're keen to put on your resume, but hey, you value it here at least. So this is still not any different as I expected, yeah. That'll do. Caltrips inflict days now. Oh, that's pretty nice.
A lot of this information is written inside of this book. Like what I went through, who some of these people are. And I've talked about it before on my YouTube channel, and I've talked about it before on TikTok.
Combat as a bonus.
So, these are my experiences written from my truth and my belief.
As a light snack.
Whatever may or may not be true can be discriminated against or whatever by the court system or through proof or whatever. But this is everything that I have been researching for about 3 years, trying to figure out who people are that have targeted me from the state of Connecticut, I believe, for some sex trafficking thing. So.
Yeah, I'd rather not do 2 negative relationship tips.
Just a bunch of names first, a couple connections here or there, places I met them, and suspicious areas.
Ooh, especially now.
Technology that may or may not be involved.
You got 0 blight resist.
People who may or may not be involved through my experiences. And me just thinking about circumstances that happened while I was there.
Give him a little bit of a finale. The next round here. Added wicked hack damage. Nice crit. Distress heal, very good. So far, so good. No heals needed. We finale. Oh, baby. Wow. I love to see that. Oh, yes.
Oh, my flash turned off because it got too hot.
From the jester. A big hit and pick to the face, ignoring the block. God damn, this team's feeling good. I think I've been underutilizing the solo finale, although, come to think of it, I've never really been using a lot of jesters at all.
I'm gonna add something here, by the
especially now with the added chance for combos.
You know what?
Idea.
Never mind.
An inkling of potency still lingers in some of these well-worn relics.
Ooh, nice. And we'll happily wear that.
The loathing of base.
Not the greatest trinket in the world, but certainly one I'm going to use. Put it on the, jester, I guess, sure.
Got my flash turned back on.
Boxing gloves also very nice. Wow, we actually get to see the chances now. That's really good too. So I can know exactly how likely I am to be screwed. We'll do a watchtower. Do. Very happy with the changes to combo so far, and I'm thinking that might.
So this person stole my luggage bag. This is the proof that they took it 31st of October, I believe. Or that was their seat, maybe. Or the agent. I honestly have no freaking clue. The 310 B33, whatever that is. B3B.
In a near future update.
Okay, so
Snorts, yeah.
all of this is important.
Yeah, exactly, comrade. Its darkest dungeon, the odds are always 50-50 unless it's over 100. And even then.
And this goes into this. How they hop
Quite a few more options here with the
states.
provisioner. This is, or with the hoarder, I mean to say. This is nice. Melee skills bonus. Might be worth taking.
This was
I never
a
spent baubles early, so sure, let's do it.
receipt, obviously, for
you can get
totaling my ex's car.
That would help the occultist
Sorry for
quite
the
a bit,
flash,
actually.
like, turning on and off.
I'll take the whiskey barrel, too.
Something to ease the rigors of the road.
But a lot of this just doesn't
Yeah.
add up.
That'll work. There it is. Just gonna get rid of that. And give you this one. There we are.
Where is it? The name is
Yeah, not quite a
different.
pig, but still pretty good.
The total on the receipt itself
Really happy with that.
is different than the
Portland's okay right now.
itemized bill.
I'm gonna take a chance on this. This little stress healing and maybe find another mastery point.
They might have stolen some money. They
Gonna
might
need to take more
have
early combat. Oh, those
completely
green road
doctored
pads
the
are always
receipt
tempting.
itself.
Yo,
It may not even be
those.
real.
Mongrel. There's a new one. Hey,
It's not
guys.
mine, though.
Oh, and here's our new alt view as well. We haven't really.
Where'd I get it from? It
talked
looks
about this
legit.
yet.
That's a real cashier. There's a real receipt.
nice.
Like, you can look it up.
Are
But I don't know if that actually happened. And I'm pretty sure
50%. Oh,
my
that's,
ex-roommate,
that's the
Sophia,
stats,
came
story
back
stats, right? Yeah,
after
of
her
course.
little band trip when they
But
took
look at
my
this.
ex's car, Will's car, and said that they hit someone
Interesting.
and totaled the car.
And of course, now we can look at these guys.
And then
we
they
can see their
targeted
skills and where
me,
they're able to target with them and what they do, which is
sexually
so nice.
assaulted me, threatened to kill
There's
me,
also this,
tried to get me to
which-
commit suicide.
It's mysterious. Certainly. Okay. Yeah. Huh.
This kind of explains a bit
Those are probably just other skills.
through my experiences and what I actually
assuming.
believe.
All right then. Does it not explain the riposte? Yeah, I'm kind of confused about that. There's no hover over
If you look through my
information there
medical
either.
proof, which I'll provide towards the end of the
Suppose we'll
video,
find out.
again, you'll see why I had
Here's a
these
quick combo.
thoughts.
There's a weird little glitch with that movement too.
And I write different names,
we can rely only upon each other.
spelled differently sometimes.
Really fix that up real
I
quick.
circle
I
them
think
because
I'll
they're
harvest
important
here
because they
low
may
enough.
be what is
Knockos
it?
looking out for each other. You
Aliases.
gotta love it. Combo damage.
Early results are encouraging.
Combo damage. Ah, damn it.
And
Well,
some
I
of
shouldn't have
this
poisoned
does
that
seem a
anyway.
little inconsistent. I agree.
Upgraded.
If you read through it all, it's because I continue to think about what happened over and over and over again, trying to
Against us.
piece pieces together. And just try to make sense of it myself for what had happened, what I was experiencing, what I was dealing with, and why I wasn't getting medical attention, why the police didn't follow up with my original police reports. When I reported someone in January 2022 trying to kill me, no one followed up with me, etc., etc.
What's the other one, I wonder? It might be something where... Oh, I bet it happens when he's in the fourth spot. It's probably like a stumble forward or something like that.
I crossed some of this out because it's... the reason for these videos, obviously, in my channel is because of the brain beast guy that was shot inside me. And a lot of this information I've written down has come from the information that they've given me inside my head, these people. So if I've crossed anything out or I've gone back and written anything extra in like this, it's because I thought about it more, or something they said in my head seemed a little too gloaty, or, oh, they won't believe you, or she won't take it as evidence or write it down. She's too stupid. Oh, sorry. I say she because I'm transgender, male to female. I know I look like trash. I know I sound like trash. I've been dealing with a lot. Like this is where it all started, where I started to think like something was really wrong, like way worse than what actually happened. Or like way worse than what I originally thought. Like, I have no idea. This is crazy. This was the report that I made here in California about what I've been dealing with since 2021. I believe. AP0. Oh, no, that's the same one. Okay. A lot of this information I overheard in person. I went to their house. He's engaged to Kathy Barclay, and they invited us over. Will and I. They invited us over to Christmas lunch or Christmas dinner or something in 2022. And he had told me that he had a friend that worked at NASA that was talking about something they were working at, like, in space. And this is a lot of the stuff that I've been feeling physically and seeing. Like, I'll show you right now the holes in my roof, just so people aren't like, whoa, like, what are you talking about? Okay. There's one. And there's two. It's behind like a curtain thing right over here. Okay. And they're all like where I'm at the most. An exposed one right here. Over here there's two. Oh my god, I kind of wish the flash would turn off so I could get better images. And there's this over here. Oh my gosh. There's like these black spots appearing everywhere. Let's see, there's another right there. Above my TV, this is my bed. Let's see, it's a hole. I used to sleep right here. Like my bed used to lay this way where this desk is now. And my head was right here. And the holes are like literally right there. Like everywhere I was sleeping, everywhere that I was. Let's see, what else? What else? Like all this. They're not just like burrowing. It's like paints. They have like these ringed holes. That is literally through tape. Right there. Let's see. Alright, so that's that. I just wanted to show. Okay. Flashlight just wants to go off and on as it will. But that was that. Let's see here. He told me this in confidence. And I literally just cannot keep it secret anymore because my life is in danger. I'm sorry. She lived with us for like maybe 2 months in Nutmeg Woods. 2 or 3, I don't know. He moved in with her without exactly telling us he was going to move in. He just kind of started staying there. Wasn't paying rent, gave Will a bounced check. Let's see. He works at Carson's restaurant in, Noank, Connecticut. Maybe, I don't know. I heard about this kind of stuff happening. Like, there was something online talking about how the CIA was watching us through our TV screens or whatever. Like every screen is basically a camera or something like that. He is the owner of Carson's, where Will works, where John also works. Zachary Damien, and I think also Zachary McGree Barclay, who was married to John Barclay, because that's what they told me when I moved in with Will. Let's see, who else should I say? Like, Raleigh is friends with Sophie. Basically, all these people are connected to Sophia, as far as I'm aware. Tara Rotas was Will's friend, and we went to a party together. And shortly after that, a lot of these things started happening. And her boyfriend, or maybe fiance, Ben Esty, ended up dying. And Will told me that he was going to his funeral. There was a whole bunch of different stuff like that. And then they basically lied to me about their connection while I sent an officer over to investigate what was going on, because I was convinced that Tara was the person performing the BCIs and harassing people and killing people. By the way, all my own opinions, all of my own investigative work. If it's wrong, it's wrong. They gave us drugs while we were there, ecstasy. So I'll just say that. And I was concerned that this might be what they were doing, because that's what they said in my head. And like they continue to say, they say like, no one's going to believe you, and that's okay. Police report, APT. I don't think that was the same one, but it might be. Yeah, I think this one was my original police report. I'm actually not sure why it's right here, but I'll just leave it there anyway. So I wanted them to check my sent mail history, because I contacted the hospital multiple times, the FBI, the police. This is the email that I had been using. This was my official January 1st police report of the serial killer that I suspected. Original report called from this number. So when I got back to California in 2023, I requested all of this, and I was literally like just ignored. Okay. Like during questioning, after the first incident happened, literally like it said, I was feeling battered in the stairwell. I didn't feel like I could speak about what actually happened, because I asked if I could go to the precinct and they told me no, I had to go to the hospital. And that's what happened. And I almost died. Okay. And this officer that I called in Connecticut never responded. I gave her so many numbers that I said were harassing me or connected to the harassment and stalking, and they didn't get back to me at all. I was told this was a jurisdiction issue between California and Connecticut. Like, they basically told me that I can have the police email them over there and talk to them about what happened and my report and everything, but the police here told me that another precinct doesn't even have to look. That's what they told me. Further information, camera footage. This won't make sense to anyone, so I will just put their first name right there. And this happened. I came back to California and found that I had H. pylori, which my doctor told me you can only get by basically eating poop, literally like eating shit. Usually people get it from eating raw fish, and I didn't have any fish while I was there. And at the same time, I was basically on William for Sophie not doing anything in the apartment and bringing Tommy in, who was just a mooch, and they were both mooching off of all of us, and I had to literally do everything in the entire apartment, which I literally say like right here. Sophie did nothing at the apartment to help clean, only literally brought people over to party, drink, do drugs, and then leave. And all she would do was sit in front of Walmart, like not literally doing anything except handing out flyers. Who knows what the fuck she was handing out. Okay, so stupid flashlight. I mean, it helps when it helps. Yeah, so literally like all of this happened. And this is what I'm currently trying to do right now. To get a brain MRI scan, and hopefully they will see what's going on and give me an authorization for an ongoing BCI, like that I can perform, so I can catch what's going on. Like 24/7, that's what I am talking about. After L&M, currently on Rexulti and Wellbutrin. So I am medicated for schizophrenia, but this was my choice. I did this to prove that I'm not, because these medications don't affect what I'm dealing with at all. And it is 24/7. I actually specifically requested a higher dose for myself, because it keeps going on and on and on and on. Oh my gosh. All right, so these are some of the things that they whisper to me in my head about the things that they use or the things that they do. And there's so much here that it could possibly be, and maybe even all of it, that they may not even be able to narrow it down, since they may all use the same kind of base form of power, the same base form of targeting system. I don't even freaking know. But they keep trying to get me to say that it's the government, the people who are talking to me. They keep trying to get me to get convinced that I'm part of the CIA, and they keep telling me to kill people or to not do anything, get myself kicked out of my home so I'm on the street and have nothing so they can come pick me up or something and kill me. So these are like literally things that I feel all the time, like sharp stinging pains in my brain, burning sensation. My tendons in my neck have literally like shrunken. My joints are way stiffer than they should be. Memory loss, memory blocks. Sometimes I'm talking about something and I literally forget while I'm talking what I'm talking about. Let's see. And this is what I think they found inside me, and I'll show... I do have other videos showing my medical proof, so you can actually go look at those. I'm showing like all my x-rays and everything. Let's see. These are other things I'm dealing with. Fatigue, anemia, high blood pressure, which is weird for anemia. Let's see. And I do see these. And they're everywhere. I do have proof of this as well. I checked my credit score and there was like $5,000 in debt in my name in Florida, where I've literally never been. And I believe the hit was taken out on my life, probably maybe from Florida. I don't know. But this may be why, because I found out or whatever. And these people have been like all sneaky and whatever. Like Sarah is a doctor. Will is a cook. Zachary told me that he's a gravedigger and he's also a cook. He also streams. Let's see. Kathy works 2 restaurant businesses. I don't know what Dan does. Will works as the head chef. John, I think, goes in there to cook every now and then. I've never actually met the owner of Carson's. So, I don't know. So, while I was coming back home, and I went through the airport, they took my luggage bag through the TSA or whatever. And I got on the plane, and when I got back home, I noticed literally everything was taken out of my baggage except for my Xbox. Like, they took my clothes, they took hair ties, they took like little things here or there. But mostly like all my clothes. I had like nothing to wear, and I had to tell my parents I don't have anything. So I think someone from one of the airports stole my stuff in Connecticut. Let's see. Maybe even a pilot. I think Amber McLaughlin worked at Walmart. She stared me down at one of them in one of the stores while I was trying to walk in to get something to eat. And she just stared me down, and I felt so uncomfortable I had to leave. Let's see. I went to so many different hospitals while I was there. So I'm not trying to narrow it down to one singular hospital. I think there's something wrong with the Yale New Haven medical group. And let's see. I wasn't getting any medical attention except one doctor. Only one doctor the entire time I was there medicated me. That gave me any antibiotics. While I was like peeing blood, pooping blood, having abdominal pain, pain in my head and my neck. Let's see. I'm convinced that Sophie's friend is Matt. Matt Russell or Matt Holt, one of them, and they say they're a cop, so I'm considering them. I'm considering them possibly corrupt as well out there, and why I didn't get any actual help. And they're friends with this person. I don't know who they are, but they're from NASA. So Sophie, Matt, Jessica from NASA, Sanja from the hospital, Molly, who looks literally just like Sanja. Let's see. I'm going to try to keep it to what's on the page. I'm sorry. So this is when I was in the hospital, 2022 in January. And these were some of the patients that I met. And I was convinced that some of them may have even been, I know it sounds crazy, whatever, but I was convinced that some of them were doctors. Let me see. This guy would not even give me his name when I asked him. Jan, who was there, was on her way out the moment I got up there. Maritzi was constantly talking about trying to get out of the hospital and had no idea how. She, I honestly don't know. Marianne Beth, she's an older woman, white, she likes to crochet, has a bunch of cats, whatever. Nathan something, he was in the Navy, came in as a patient, said he was checking inventory. I'm not entirely sure what that meant, but that's why I am positive that there is corruption and whatever. And Drake is in the Navy. He told me that his commanding officer was coming in to do a mental evaluation on him because he was taking a mental leave of absence from the Navy. And Nathan was the guy who came in. So Christy Habernacki. So much I could really say. And I don't know her. Which is the point of the BCI thing in my head. They're going to try to say, like, you're saying it could be anyone. So you're just trying to frame it on whoever you didn't like for whatever reason. Jesse, he was a homeless guy, likes dreads and skateboarding, kind of skinny. Thomas Trin, he had kind of a, sorry to say this, flat face, potato head, whatever. He was constantly crying while he was in the hospital about not even knowing if he would be able to go home, saying that someone called the police and that he was going to go to jail for, like, harming his wife. And he was on his way out like a couple of days after I got there. Carmen Santiago. So I realized a little while after I was there that she was on a missing persons list while I was doing my investigations, and I reported it. When I called the hospital looking to talk to her because I liked her, I wanted to get a little bit of information about what was going on while she was there, because she seemed like she might still be there for a while. She gave me... she kind of gave me permission. She said, call me when you're on the outside or whatever. And the most infuriating thing is that they told me that on the phone, they told me Carmen had a fall in the shower or an accident and she was going into surgery. And they just left the phone on and they just walked away. Kind of asked if there was someone else who picked up the phone and said, "Hi, like, are you looking to talk to someone?" And I said, "Yeah, is Carmen there?" And she just said, "Oh, yeah, Carmen left or something. Was there someone else you wanted to talk to?" And I said, and I basically told them no, because I didn't know what was going on. I figured, the hospital was killing people. Like, she was on a missing persons list. I reported it and I called the hospital and they said she wasn't there. Chris H., maybe related. This guy was bald. I don't know, he said he was a contractor or something. And yeah, Dean, don't know his last name or whatever. They had all of our names up on the board, but I didn't pay attention to all of them, and I'm just trying to remember them. So it's either Dean or Dan. I'm trying to remember the most way, or I'm trying to remember the most information. So Dean, he was this big guy, dark hair, angular, kind of stocky. Bree Simmons, she was black patient, nice, kind, I don't know. She was there. Let's see. And I added this because I just want them to check the cameras for where I was in the hospital to identify these people. Let's see. Okay, so I need my camera to come back on, or my flashlight to come back on, please. It's not even hot. And what's with all this freaking granulation? Like, seriously. There we go. Okay, so this has a little bit more information about the names and stuff and the people. So I'm not entirely sure if these are the same people or not. But there's one more name I actually need to add to the list, which is Michael Sarcia. So this is really, really messy. Multiple families are involved. Multiple people with stature are involved. Let's see. So Anthony dated Sophie. They told me that while we were helping Sophie move out of Anthony's place and into ours with Will, Sophie gave me like a couple sweaters or something from clothes she was throwing away, or donating or whatever. I don't know, but yeah. Oh my gosh. Michael Sarcia, not entirely sure who that is. But he was apparently in the apartment on my Xbox because I have for whatever reason, not sure why. Okay. So this is Will, by the way. And apparently this is Will as well. Not sure why he has both of his accounts on my Xbox with different emails as well. It's weird. So I was under the impression the entire time that I was there that Will was sneaking around on me with Sophie. And Soapy was Will's kind of pet nickname for her. And M. Sarcia doesn't add up with Sophia Sarcia, but it definitely does say M. Sarcia. So that's where this comes in. I heard Will say on the phone that Mary still worked at the hospital. And he was talking to someone. And this is all I have to go on. And this is why this is here, thinking that Mary Sarcia is Sophia Palmerone or Michael Sarcia. Because when you go into it, I think it says Michael. There was something else. Hang on. I don't know how I found it. I don't remember everything all the time because of what's going on and all of this. It's making me so anxious. Where'd I put my pen? I misplaced the pen. Alright, I'll find it later, I guess. Dang it. Alright, so let's see. You can barely see. I'll turn on this. That makes it a little better. Oh, god damn it. So Sanja was a nurse at Pequot that saw me with someone named Dylan Jones, who kind of took my intake while I was in there, asked me why I was there, what problems I was experiencing, asked me to sign something. And I told him no, I didn't want to sign. I told him multiple times I didn't want to sign. And then he just basically said, okay, well, I'll just be out in the hallway if you change your mind. And I said, I won't. Amanda Sarcia / Santor, I believe, was upstairs in the apartments when I made my first police call. And Julia Bentz was dating Zachary Damian while I was there. So let's see. John basically doesn't do anything. He was married to Zachary McGree. And as far as I'm aware, I looked for him, could not find him on Facebook anywhere. But I found someone who matched his description named Zachary Miggy, who was a Navy captain. So this may not even be who he really is. Adam Fonseca or Stokes is a friend of Sophie. Sorry, the neighbors are here looking for my grandma. He was in the apartment. She was Will's ex. Just before I got there, she was still there, and she got kicked out by Kathy, their mom. Let's see. Not really sure. Just information I got out of my head. Tried to connect it to something. Same. Let's see. This is what I'm convinced that they may have injected me with at the hospital. Pretty sure like this is what's going on. And they'll probably see this and go straight to the back of the book. So I might just rip that out. I don't know. But they'll know there's more. But the back of the book, I wrote down, can't really show it because it's personal. I wrote down my number. I wrote down some passwords. So let me just kind of do a little flip. This is something that I saw, and they just continue to say in my head, that never happened, you're hallucinating, you're schizophrenic, da-da-da-da-da. And I also saw people fighting on the floor, like reenacting some sort of war. I saw people disappear in pictures. I saw people on a mountain literally flying when I was trying to make them fly with my mind. I saw, I was being told that I was fighting some kind of war in my mind with someone else. They were saying it was Ashley Coughlin. They kept saying, like, you killed her, you killed these people, you're killing people over and over and over again. And they're saying that I'm doing it. So I'm just going to say that just in case. This is where I live. And I've been speaking to the police, the FBI, the NSA constantly about literally everything that's been going on. And it is so frustrating. This is the same officer that I called for Mystic Police a couple of times, actually. I'm guessing that's part of her badge number. Or squad unit. I don't know. Let's see. Thomas Trin used to live in my apartment. I got his mail somehow. Let's see. So Lawrence Patrick Green or Lawrence Peacock, I'm not entirely sure, like, who the doctor actually was. And then there was Amy Hammer. These are two doctors from L&M Hospital. Okay, now back to where we left off. Okay, so this might be why they're continuing to target me, because I reported an insurance scam from the L&M hospital saying that it was possibly Ashley who was doing it. It was a $100,000 payout, and when I went to check the payouts that were from the insurance to the hospital, they were deleted. Let's see. They had phone conversations in there that ran up to like $8,000. My MyChart had information altered, like doctors and tests that were like being ordered to have, and the name of the doctor was being changed. No. Get down, baby. Lady. Alright, sorry, my puppy came in. Hi. Hi, baby. Let's see. I know you can literally just read this, but I like talking about it too, so it's like, whatever. So I requested my medical information the moment I got back home so that I could sue the hospital for what I experienced. And after I went through my MyChart and saw like things were changing, my test results that I got there were being covered up. Like I said, you can check my YouTube channel for the medical evidence that I have. I've posted all my x-rays and stuff like that, and the crazy amount of medications they had me on. Let's see. I was ignored when I called and left multiple voicemails. Emails gone unanswered, constantly asking. And I sent in my request for medical documentation. Like, I researched this. I'm not just sitting on my hands and feet doing nothing. I'm actually, like, putting in work to try to figure all this out. Let's see. Finally was reached out in email saying that it had sat on their desk for a long time. Nobody told me, it was missing a signature. I believe my e-signature was removed as all other info was filled out. Like literally the entire page was filled out except for the signature. The date was filled out, but not the signature. Everything I was requesting, but not the signature. Like that's crazy. It's just crazy. Let's see. Email proof to Connecticut law enforcement for my case against the hospital, wanting to press criminal charges. If my allotted time frame for medical malpractice has passed, I am now seeking just to press criminal charges. That's all. Jail time, prison time, their credentials revoked, everyone knowing exactly what happened. I am not going to allow them to wiggle in a non-disclosure agreement. I refuse. Everyone's going to know what they did. Everyone's going to know who they are. Everyone's going to be talking about it. And that's the thing that they hate. They're the ones who love to have all the information, but they don't like having people talk about their information. Let's see. Of reporting ongoing harassment to Connecticut law enforcement with phone numbers that I did send. I showed that in the back of the book. Picture evidence of possible homicide. I sent that to a police detective named Michael. What was it? Michael D. Sheldon from the Connecticut's cold case division. Let's see, we've had back and forth email conversation for a little while, but he recently hasn't been reaching out to me, so I'm not really sure why. I made multiple calls mentioning being shot or pelted by something inside my home. And they sent police officers with an ambulance, and I was sent to the hospital, and they didn't do any tests regarding what I was reporting. They asked me what I was feeling. They asked me what I was feeling. That was basically it. And they said, okay, it sounds like, what is it? Intestinal distress, gas distress, whatever. It sounds like you're bloated. Let's see. And Sarah Vitello was there. When I brought Will with me, who we saw at Tara's house. So I know they're connected. They know each other for sure. He was sitting on the couch with them. Sarah was with some other man. And every single time I would call the police to send me to the hospital, he wouldn't want to come with. I would specifically ask him, and he would say, no, I don't really want to go. And it's just like, he had no care at all. He knew what was going on. That's how I feel. Showed no concern for my well-being the entire time I lived with him. Called me crazy and a bitch. I left his ass in April, returned home to stay with my parents, and he dodged all calls from my mom while I was there, going through the hospital and dealing with all of this nonsense, and he just ignored her, ignored me, called me crazy. Anyway. Will dodged all calls from my mom while I was in and out of hospitals and telling her I was concerned for my safety the entire time I lived in Connecticut. Okay. And this was the psychiatrist who I was talking to, white, blonde hair, whatever, kind of large. She basically called my mom for information about me, completely unprofessional. Called my mom to ask her to call the police on me, thinking that my mom should be the one to intervene in whatever was going on when nothing was wrong. Police showed up one night while I was in the shower getting ready to have a date with my boyfriend, Will. And I'm pretty sure that's why it fucking happened. Alright, stupid book. Let's see. So Ashley called me a bully during a session, because I told her she was putting her nose in my business where it didn't belong, talking to my family behind my back, telling me that I should talk to my family more and open up more to them. And I said, you're overstepping. And she called me a bully. And I asked if I could see another psychiatrist, and she literally told me no. She was the only person I could talk to. And then continued to prescribe higher doses of medication against my will. I told her, I don't want these medications. And she said, you're going to have to take them or we'll take you back to the hospital. If I didn't comply or if they couldn't reach me, they would take me back to the hospital. All on phone calls and video visits on team meetings. Proof in emails with links to video visits. This is what happened when I was leaving Connecticut. My clothes were stolen. And I was basically told to leave everything behind. And I was like, no, I have to have something. I have to have clothes to live in while I'm home. Like, I cannot just go home with nothing. Okay. So, and I kept asking for my clothes back because I needed proof that he was not a good person. I needed proof that he was involved in some way. And he kept saying, yeah, I'll send him. Yeah, I'll send him. Yeah, I'll send him for this entire time. And he's just like not sending him. So, yeah. I have video to prove that he's doing things with technology that he shouldn't be, like looking at certain porn things that he shouldn't be, using flash drives to access possibly the dark web and other content that may or may not be illegal. I have video proof. Let's see. I saved it on my laptop as well, so it's not just on my phone, so whoever's hacking my phone can't just delete it. I've been making sure to double record and stream to make sure that I get all the most important information that I could possibly get. They started to delete things on my phone, but when they realized that I was making sure that I had copies, making sure that I had backups, they stopped. I was taking too much proof. Let's see. Yeah, my parents will confirm I came home with basically nothing besides what I carried with me on the plane. My travel backpacks, I had some clothes in my travel backpack, so I had some stuff to wear. I think that was basically it for all of that. I have more pages here. I may or may not fill out more, but if I do, I will make sure to make a video so someone cannot impersonate me and say that I just wrote more if I end up dead or whatever. Let's see. So yeah, I just wanted to add this. I came back with hepatitis A and H. pylori. Was prescribed antibiotics, cleared up, went back for testing, no diseases, went back for testing, no diseases, blah, blah, blah. So let's see. What was this one? Actually, did I go through this? I don't think I did. I think I skipped. There's some stuff here I didn't add. Basically my symptoms, I guess. And something that I had seen was a ball of electricity traveled across the floor. My lamp flicked on and something came out of it when it was off. Something black shot out. And this thing is like small and black, whatever. And it's been like hitting me. It's been pelting my phone. It's been zapping whatever's been around me. And there are the holes in my ceiling, small dot in the center with a ring around it. Let me see if I can actually show that more. I think there was one forming like right here. Right there. That's how they start. And they just grow. Okay. Just making sure I'm on camera again. Stolen identity is no joke, people, especially when people have surgeons and people in the government or whatever to like cover stuff up and give people identities and whatnot. But I highly doubt that it is the government, because there's no reason to do this to your own people. There's just not. And the only reason that I would believe that citizens would be doing it to each other is because they don't like each other. They don't like the government. They don't like being told what to do. And everyone's just saying how, like, the government is hiding all this information. So what would you do if technology was just at your fingertips and you could hack the government and figure out whatever you wanted at the drop of a hat? What if you didn't actually need anything like that? What if you just needed a radio? What if you just needed some form of metal inside someone's body? Like a piercing? So maybe people can actually infiltrate your mind and get all the information they actually need without you going into the hospital, putting on a cap, and sitting in front of a screen for a brain-computer interface. So I don't know. I just wanted to post all this again. And hopefully it will upload. I think last time I had an issue with uploading from my phone. If it was too long, it would just say file too large. I would have to do it on my laptop. So let me just hope this is good enough. All right, anyway, thank you for watching so much, and hopefully I will continue making any sort of content. And hopefully if anyone's out there, maybe they can do some research on what I've been talking about, get back to me, maybe make your own reports. But if you find out what I'm talking about and, I don't know, they may start targeting you too. So I don't know. I'm just trying to get the government to do something about it. But apparently the government are being targeted as well. Something called anomalous medical issue. It's saying something like things that they can't exactly explain, but they know that it's technology related, because the government is even being attacked by it. So this is definitely not a government thing. All right, anyway, that's it. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.